Want to cook more at home? You need to know how to prep key ingredients simply and deliciously. Today I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorites, chicken thighs. Let's go down to counter level and get started. Here's everything we need. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs, a sheet pan, salt, a food thermometer, and an oven. Chicken thighs have skin and bones. The skin's delicious and the bones make great broth, but dealing with them is an extra step. Today's all about getting you cooking more, so let's keep it as easy as possible. Skinless and boneless means you don't need a knife for this. Lay the chicken thighs out flat on a sheet pan. Sheet pans are indispensable. I got a couple of recommendations in the video description. I am using tongs to do this, but you could just as easily use your hands. If you do, remember to wash them now. Now we add salt to the thighs. It brings out the chicken's natural flavor and makes everything a whole lot tastier. Exactly how much salt do we add? It's impossible to say. I know, that's not the answer you want, but really, it's a matter of personal taste. And please, don't measure out half teaspoons of salt for something like this. Do it by feel, and over time your intuition will grow. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I am making an educated guess right now, but we are gonna taste and adjust at the end, so don't worry about it. Now we're gonna flip these over to the other side, and we're gonna salt this side too. These tongs are done touching raw meat, so they're gonna get a good wash. And just like that, it's time to put these in the oven. The exact temperature does not matter, I mean it. Different temperatures will produce slightly different results in cooking times, but it's gonna be delicious no matter what. That's the magic of chicken thighs. If you want me to give you an exact temperature, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's the default on a lot of ovens. But please, try this at 300 and 400 and 450 so that you can convince yourself it's gonna come out tasty no matter what. If you forgot to preheat the oven, doesn't matter, put it in there while it's heating up. Any rack is fine. Now all that's left is to check on the chicken thighs and pull them when they're done, which we're gonna determine by temperature and not time. Chicken thighs have to get to 165 degrees Fahrenheit to be considered safe to eat, but I've let them go all the way up into the 200s and they've still been delicious, so it is nothing that you need to hit exactly. In order to determine if they're done, we're gonna use a food thermometer, which is an indispensable tool in the kitchen. I cook all the time and I've got pretty good intuition for when meat's done cooking, and I still use this thing whenever I cook poultry, so pick one up. I got some recommendations in the video description. There's no magic science to how often you need to check on the chicken, but if you're new to this, you can set a timer for every 10 minutes and then switch to checking every 5 minutes once they're kind of close. All right, it's been about 10 minutes, so let's check on these thighs. I'm gonna check at the thickest part of the thickest thigh. Notice that I am slowly pushing the probe through, and it is changing temperature as it goes. We care about that minimum temperature, which we need to hit at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This has a long way to go, so we're gonna put it back in the oven. It's been a few more minutes, so let's check on these thighs again. I'm gonna insert the probe in the same spot, and you can see the low temperature is like 106, and as we get near the bottom, we're up to around 130. So making progress, but not done yet. Checking on these again just a few minutes later, and at the top, we've got 125, and near the bottom, we're all the way up to 165. So, we're going off that minimum temperature. We still got a little ways to go. All right, let's check these one more time, and aha, we're in the 170s. Keep pushing through. Yep, it's only getting higher. That means that these are done. So, we're gonna pull them out of the oven, put them on the stovetop to rest, and then turn the oven off. All that's left is to give this a taste. If it's bland, it means it needs a little more salt. Here's a cool trick. Cut off a piece and then cut that piece in half. Add a little salt to one and then taste them both. Is the salt enhancing the chicken flavor, or does it just taste salty? Here, the one with added salt was even better than the one without. So that means I'll add a little salt to the rest of these thighs. It's that simple. And that's it. These chicken thighs pair with any base. Rice, pasta, salad, you name it. Anything you don't use right away, you can throw in the fridge and they make incredible leftovers. If you want to get a little fancy with it, try adding a dry seasoning when you put on the salt. Paprika, cumin, sumac, oregano. Experiment around and see what you like. I hope that in addition to teaching you how to make chicken thighs in an easy way, I convinced you that you just don't have to worry as much as you thought. Here, take a look at this list of things that people worry about when they're making chicken thighs that ultimately don't matter. The less you worry, the more fun you're gonna have. Learning basic preps like this gives you power in the kitchen. It's a basic building block that you can use to construct satisfying meals on your own. Every time you cook something like this, you're not only feeding yourself, but you're also building your intuition of food. So the next time you're at the grocery store, buy a pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs and give this a shot.